Hi, good day. I'm Dalia Abonado from DED 28. My topic for today is all about writing a literary analysis. What is literary analysis? It's an analysis, it's an argument. A literary analysis is not merely a summary of a literary work. Instead, it is an argument about the work that expresses a writer's personal perspective, interpretation, judgment, or critical evaluation of work. The purpose of a literary analysis is to demonstrate why the author used specific ideas, word choices, or writing structures to convey his or her message. How to create a literary analysis. First, read the text closely several times. Focus on the idea that are being presented. Think about the character's development and the author's writing technique. Second, brainstorm a list of potential topics. The topic chosen should always be based on a writer's interpretation of the author's message. Here are some things a writer may want to consider when brainstorming for a literary analysis. These are the character, setting, plot, theme, dialogue, imagery, figure of speech, tone, rhythm, and point of view. Third, think about what the author is trying to say. Fourth, select a topic that has a sufficient supporting evidence. A writer should make sure to include specific details to support the topic. Fifth, write a working thesis. The thesis should state a writer's opinion, but it should also allow readers to arrive at their own conclusions. Sixth, make an extended list of evidences. Find more evidence from the text to support the working thesis. Next is refine the thesis. Make sure the thesis fits with the evidence that has been presented. 8. Organize the evidence. Match the evidence to the order of the thesis. Next is interpret the evidence. When writing a literary analysis, it is very important for writers to make sure they express their own personal interpretation of the work. But be careful that the literary analysis is not a summary. Create a rough draft. When writing a rough draft, there are several methods that may aid a writer in creating a strong final draft. Here are a few methods. First is an outline. An outline will help a writer to organize his or her thoughts and ideas. It will remind a writer of the order of the thesis, as well as the supporting points he or she would like each topic sentence to have. Next is free write. A short 10-minute free write will help to get all of a writer's thoughts on paper. It will allow a writer to focus on the content rather than the punctuation and spelling. Once the free write is complete, a writer can read thoughts on it and circle the points that are strong as well as omit the ones that are not. Next is bubble map. A bubble map will allow a writer to draw connections from one idea to the next. It will give a writer a visual idea of the direction of the literary analysis, as well as help a writer to see the connections between the topics. This can help a writer transition from one topic to another more fluidly. Revise the analysis. After completing the first draft, revise the analysis by considering the following questions. Here are the questions to be considered when revising the analysis. First question. Is the thesis clearly stated in the first paragraph? Is the sentence structure varied? Does the structure of analysis emphasize the main idea? Is the third-person point of view used throughout the entire essay? Has the present tense been used to discuss the work and past tense to describe the author's background? Have quotation marks been used around direct quotation? Have the sources been cited according to MLE style? Has extraneous information that does not support the thesis been eliminated? Have clear transitions been used between sentence and paragraphs? The last one is proofread. Once the content of the essay is well developed, it should be proofread for grammar, punctuation, and spelling. It is often helpful to read the paper slowly and clearly out loud. If possible, another person should listen and read along as the paper is being read. How is it literary? Usually, a literary analysis will involve a discussion of a text as writing. Thus, the term literary, which means having to do with letters. What is an analysis? An analysis of a literary work may discuss how the various components of an individual work relate to each other. How to separate literary works deal with similar concepts or formats. How concepts or forms in literary works relate to larger aesthetic, political, social, economic, or religious context. How is literary analysis an argument? When writing a literary analysis, you will focus on specific attributes of the text. When discussing these attributes, you will want to make sure that you are making a specific, arguable point about these attributes. And you will defend this point with reasons and evidence drawn from the text. Here's a recap when writing a literary analysis. First, be familiar with literary terms, analyze specific terms, make an argument, make appropriate use of secondary sources, and consult instructors for help when needed. That would be all for my topic about writing literary analysis. Thank you for watching.